So here we are talking to you in the new year, and no doubt on your New Year's resolutions list, whether you make them or not, making your finances in better shape, I'm sure, is on your mind somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
It's on Jay and Brittany Hagee's mind. That's what they want to do for you at Alon Planning.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Well, Happy New Year,
Julie.
Happy New Year.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I am that person. I don't really do resolutions, but I do have mindsets and, you know, hopes for the new year. I like a clean slate.
Yeah,
That's right.
or even like looking at growth opportunities, right?
Yeah.
What worked for last year, and maybe you're not a resolution person, because quite frankly, I'm not really that
That's right,
resolution oriented either. But I do want to have takeaways from this year and what I want to shift or make kind of some changes to, whether it's in my mindset, my actions, my belief system, whatever, moving into the new year. And so we want to help folks really navigate that and not just set some goals when it comes to their financial situation, but actually reach those goals, because so many people set out with great motivation and excitement and passion for whatever they're going for, and then the emotion fades and it fizzles.
Yeah.
And so you've got to really have a plan and strategy and some oomph behind it to carry it through when the
We
emotion
want to help
lags.
put a plan behind the goal so that it actually can be achieved.
Yeah.
Not just a resolution because I'm emotionally charged because, man, I ate too much over
Right.
Christmas and now I need to lose weight. Right?
Interesting that you mentioned that, because in my mind I was thinking I'm going to kind of make it analogous to weight loss. That the only way you can really keep the weight off is just that habit, that daily habit, and it takes
absolutely.
a while to build
It's discipline.
it.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it really is. It's the discipline to schedule not just a goal, but put a plan behind it so we can have action steps to get to that goal, right? And so maybe it's you want to increase your savings to your 401k, your Roth, your IRAs by 1 or 2% this year. Okay, how can we create a spending plan that allows you to do that, right? Maybe it's you want to create an emergency fund because the kids and Christmas presents took all your emergency fund.
Have you been living my life?
And so, like,
I think he peered into my head.
It happens, and so we have to figure out, okay, how do we rearrange your spending plan this year to make sure that you have enough emergency funds set aside?
I'll tell you one that I've got. I mean,
Let's do it.
You're talking to me. I'll tell you. Am I going to be wrong? I'm planning to put everything on my credit card and pay it off, of course, every month.
Well, let's
because
do that.
then, because I get my % back.
Okay.
So that's free money in my pocket.
If you're disciplined enough to follow through, that can be great. The majority of Americans are not disciplined enough to follow through. That is not advice we give,
discipline.
because you can't. Most don't follow through on that.
Yeah,
That's
I guess
why
I realized
Ramsey tells you to cut cards up, you know, and like you have different opinions on this all across the financial spectrum. But I don't discourage people from using cards. If
But you do have to pay it
discipline.
off. Yeah.
Oh,
I have to
you
walk
should.
beside
Sure.
you to make sure you're paying it off and that you have discipline to do it. It's a dangerous game, but we have to make sure that we're playing it right.
Follow their advice, not mine. And we'll talk next December to see if it works
there
for
you
me
go,
or not.
there you go.
But it is kind of leaving cash on the table.
It is,
in a way.
Sure.
Yeah.
But what you really got to do is take that goal or that picture, that vision that you have for what you want for next year, and break it down into little bite-sized pieces. You can't just say, I'm going to save $50,000 this year. I'm going to save, you know, whatever, fill in the blank. You've got to make it measurable. You've got to make it attainable. You've got to be very specific. I don't know if you're familiar with SMART goals. Specific, measurable, attainable, time-bound, all of those types of things. That will help you really pinpoint the goal and how to get there. And where we come into play, people bring their vision, their kind of goals, their dreams for their financial situation, and then we're able to help chart that course. Because, listen, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but not have action behind it, and you get nowhere. You have to have both.
I would think you're too like the friend that's your gym buddy.
Yeah.
You're the accountability partner.
That's
Well,
it.
we're more like the physical trainer because, like, we can be the accountability, but we also know the exact muscle groups you need to be working at the right times, right? So your buddy may or may not know that, and that's where we get in trouble in finances. A lot of times we listen to cooler talk, or we listen to our cousin or our nephew or our uncle who we may think is financially sound and may not be, right? And so you really need someone who is educated in that to give you that advice. So keep you accountable. We absolutely do that, but we also provide the tools to actually make sure you're going to be successful.
It's called the Alon Exchange. You can catch them on different platforms, not just here on 3+U, but we're always glad when they're sitting on the set with us. AlonPlanning.com. Thank you both so much. Take their advice, not mine.